Hello guys, welcome to the second part of our course, and in this part you're going to learn how to do this screen. All right, so we'll try to see how we can be a bit faster for this screen. Okay, so let's shoot. Now considering how this screen is structured, right, so you're going to have the same scenario, right, which is what we talked about in the previous time. That means you're going to consider putting a column first in the scaffold before you even put anything else. So let's go over here and let's come to this particular icon. So we have to click it to create another page, and we will say create blank, and we will give it a name. So what name are we giving it? It says here dashboard, so let's give it dashboard. Okay, so dashboard, and we'll say create page. Beautiful. So I'll click on the app bar like we did the last time and delete it. All right, and okay, I know that we didn't change this before, but let's just change it now and it wouldn't hurt. So 375, yeah, we can change it like that. So yes, we can zoom this in a bit. All right, now what we need to do is, this is a column, so just like I did before, I will just go ahead and delete this the column. So let's start from the beginning. So here we're going to add a column first, because on that screen, what screen am I referring to? On this screen we have things stacked from top to bottom. All right, so pay attention. Okay, so now we're going to have we're going to go ahead and put a column, which I just did. So there's a column now. We're going to go ahead and put a row here. You see that these things are stacked from the left, all right, all through to the right. So that means there's a row here that allows us to put all of these things inside. So first of all, I'll go ahead and click on this particular logo, right, the logo itself, and I will come here on the right and say export preview, and I see this. Okay, so now I want to make it such that I have this image, all right, exactly at the, like, I'm gonna have an image exactly on top of this logo. But first of all, let's export the logo. So I export the vector. I can change this to, let's say, 2x and export. Okay, so now that that's been exported, let me check out the dimension. So I hover on it. If I hover on it, it's supposed to show me the dimension, but I don't know, for some reasons it's not. Okay, so let's try it again. Oh, okay, what's happening there? For some reason it is not. So I'm going to turn off this dev mode. Sometimes it usually makes things misbehave. Okay, that's not fair. Okay, so we have it now. So we have 65 pixel by 65 pixels. All right, so we'll come over here and say, let's add a row first, like I said. So we add a row. So now here inside the row, we're going to add an image. Okay, so we have an image inside here, and it's a 65 pixel. Okay, so 65 pixel by 65 pixel. So this is where you manipulate the property of the image widget. Then I'll remove this border radius. We don't have need for a border radius. And so what we need to do now is, we've already downloaded that. So let's go ahead and bring it inside FlutterFlow. So we'll scroll down and change this thing from network to assets. Okay, and then we will click to upload an image. It's going to open our system, and then we can actually go find the image. So this is the image, this one, and then we'll upload it. Okay, now that has been uploaded, what we need to do next is we need to go ahead and put in this image. See, there's an image here. All right, and it's 40 pixel by 40 pixel. Let's go ahead and just export it first before I now tell you the extra gist that you need to know. Okay, so it has this other blurry thing around here. I don't like that, so I will turn these drop shadow off. Okay, so it just gives me only this. All right, so that's what I want. So I will just export this. Okay, that's been exported. Now I can actually go ahead and bring that back. Okay, so you see there's just some sort of difference there. All right, so the next thing I need to do now is I'll go back to FlutterFlow. I want to put that image on top of another image. All right, so the only way you can do that is by using something called a stack. A stack allows you to, just like its name says, to stack things on top of things. And so we're going to go ahead and wrap the image that we already have here, this one. We're going to right click on it and say wrap widget with a stack widget. Now with the stack widget, we can now put some other things on top of it. So let's just do it by let me show you practically. So I'll click on the add a chart to the stack widget, and the chart is going to be an image. So in this case, I'll just say circle image because we have a widget called circle image because that image was circular. And let's look at the dimension of the image again. It's 40 pixel by 40 pixel. So we will come over here and change the diameter of the circle image to 40. Beautiful. Now it's somewhere around here. Let me even zoom in so that you can, see it properly. Somewhere around here. What I need to do again now is I need to go ahead and bring in the image from my system. Yeah. So let's bring it in first. So I'll change from network to asset. Click on this to upload the image. And then now it's inside my system. So I'll just click to copy it, like click it and click on open. All right. So it's going to be opened in FlutterFlow. Now it's open here already. But look at the position. All right. Let me click out so you can see. Look at the position. It's not where it is supposed to be. It's supposed to be somewhere around here. Now the reason is because this image has some sort of padding from the left of, let's say, this box. Okay. So see it here. If I hover like this, I'm holding down the Alt key on my keyboard. You see, I just keep tapping it. I've selected the image already, and then I'm holding down the Alt key just to see the padding on the top and the padding on the left for this particular image. All right. So now it says 20 on the left, 20 on the top. Now that's what we're going to do. So we're going to say, click on the circle image and say the padding on the left is 20, done. The padding on the top is 20 as well. Now like that, we have this image exactly where we want it to be. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and then create this one. Now, if you observe this particular thing, what we have here is somehow stacked on top of themselves. So there's a column here. All right. There's a column here. The whole of these is inside a row, and we've already added this. But now this is in a column because it's somehow stacked from top to bottom, like kind of. All right. So what we need to do is we need to just go ahead and get these things out of here. So let me see. It's okay now. Good. It's allowing me to click on it. So I'm going to copy this. Welcome back. And let me turn back my dev mode. Yeah, so I can see the font weight is 700. The font size is 10 pixel. So let's come here first. In the row that contains this particular design, we need to add a column. All right. So I'm going to add a column. All right. Inside that column, I'm going to add a text. All right. Now the text is what I had copied, and it says welcome back. And then it was 700, which is bold, by 10. Okay. Beautiful. Now we have that. And the reason why it's in a column is because just like now I can say Control D on my keyboard, it duplicates it and stacks it like that. That's why we did what we did. So now I will come back here and just tap on Mahmood. Okay, Mahmood is not allowing me to tap on. So I will just go ahead and come here and copy it. All right. So I'll copy it and look at the dimension is 700 by 14. Okay. So I'll click on what I had duplicated. I duplicated by saying Control D. All right. By what I mean when I say by saying, I mean by clicking on the keyboard, Control D. All right. So I'll just say Mahmood, like I'm pasting now, Control S. And then I will come over here and change this to 14. Beautiful. Now that I have this, I need to go ahead and click on the column. Okay, before we continue, let me click on the row itself. Let's give it a padding from the top. Well, yes. Do we need to? No, we don't need to. Okay, so let's go ahead and then put this particular thing. So you might be asking, how are we going to put this other one? Now, these guys are inside a column, but these two people are together. So they are in a row. All right, so left and right, top, bottom. Okay, so we're going to put a row here. Well, we didn't put it before, but now we have Mahmood here. So we need to now go ahead and right click on this text and say wrap widget with a row. Okay, so now it's in a row, and we can now add an image inside that row. Okay, so what is that image going to be about? So this is the image. Now this tiny thing here is an image. It's an icon actually, but we might not be able to have the specific icon inside FlutterFlow. So I'll just go ahead and well, let's see. No, we might not find that. Let's go ahead and just export it and say preview, and let's go exporting it. So exported. Now the dimension is 20 pixel by 20 pixel. So let's come over here and reduce the width of this image to 20 pixel, and then the height to 20 pixel. Remove the border radius, it's not necessary. Change from network to asset. and then upload the image. Okay, so here we have the image. So I'm just going to click on this and say open, and now we're going to have the image. All right, there you go, we have the image. Then I can say like this. Okay, so now it's zoomed in so much, that's why it looks blurry. Okay, so let's go ahead and come back here and see there's some sort of spacing. No, let's give it some little padding from the text itself. So maybe let's say 4 pixels. Now let's click on the column that contains all of these and give it an alignment. See, I'm going to click on this alignment to bring everything on the same side. Now, beautiful. The next thing I'm going to do is that, look at it. Now, all of these things are like on the center of this text. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to click on the row. All right. You see, and then I will say center. Okay. No, not that one. Control Z. Okay. It's already center here, but we need to go ahead and let's give the column here some padding from the left. So, well, just a little bit, maybe 12. Let's say 12. Okay, just something like that. And then now there is this thing that is here that we have as what is it called? Some sort of blur, right? There's some sort of blur around there. So we can do that by giving this image a blur. Let me see. Do we have that particular property here? Okay, we don't. We're supposed to like use a stack to do that. I think when we are doing a finishing touch, I will put that under it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just continue. And then the next thing we need to do is put up this bell here. All right, so we have to put up the bell. So I'm going to click on the bell itself, and it's now everything, right? I don't want the bell to have, I don't want to export everything, because these red dots here is supposed to show when there's a notification, right? So if you download everything now, it simply means that every single time it's going to show that it looks like there's a notification. So we just need only the bell. So I'll double tap again. Okay, so I need to turn off this developer mode. So I need to double tap again just so that I can get, I need only the bell. Okay, so export, and let's preview. Oh, it's giving me with the icon. Okay, now it's not going to allow me. Okay, so I'm selecting the two of it and say Control G to group. So I'm grouping these two guys now, and then I'll click on export. Now I have just the bell, so I can export it. And the bell is 17 pixel approximately by 18 pixel. Let's come back here and click on the row and say 17 pixel. Let's add an image. Okay, so we're adding an image. The image is going to be 17 pixel. All right, 17 pixel by 18, right? Beautiful. Then let's remove the border radius and change this from network to asset, and then let's upload this. Okay, so we're going to upload the thing that we just brought in. Let's see, where is it? We just downloaded something. Where did it go to? Okay, I think it came up as a zip folder. Like, so I had to click on this to say all files. So I need to go ahead and then cut this. So I'm just going to say cut. Then let me open this place where I have some of my files and paste it. Right click on this and say extract. Extract all. Yeah, extract all. Extract it here. So that way, okay, that way I can have it here. So I can have it inside this. I'll click on icons, click on this, and then upload it. Okay, so now we have this icon here. It doesn't look okay because I've zoomed it in way too much. So now I'll go ahead and wrap this icon with a stack. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I want to be able to introduce this small circle here, this small icon on top of it, which is just 7 pixel by 7 pixel. So I'm wrapping it with a stack so that I can now add something else on top of it. So I'm clicking on add a chart to that stack, and I'm adding a container. Don't worry, the container is going to be circular and the diameter is going to be 7. And not just that alone, it's going to also be red color. So I'm going to copy this. No, let's turn on our developer mode and copy this. So I'll come back here and paste the color of the container. Beautiful. Now we have red. Okay, so the next thing we need to do quickly is we need to go ahead and click on the row and say, let's spread these things apart. All right. And so I'm now going to go ahead and click on here and I'm spreading things apart. But the problem is this one is following me because that's just how it is. Now I want to make sure that this one sticks to this one all the time. And for this particular person, I'm going to click on the stack, which is like the parent that contains all of this. I'm going to go ahead and then give it a padding of, let's see here, 26 from on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a padding of 26 on the right. So 26 here. One problem solved. And then now I'm going to go ahead and wrap this particular, all of this one, which is already inside the stack. So I'm going to wrap all of this. So let's go ahead and wrap all of this. Right click, wrap all of this inside a row. Okay. And then come over here and cut this column out of here by saying Control X. And then I'll click on the row. Let's see, where is it? This is the row. And then I'll say Control V. Now that way I have been able to bring these two things together because I'm like wrapping both of them inside a row. Okay. All right. So with some little practice, you will be able to like, really understand what I just did there. Now I have this particular situation done for me properly. And I can now like just reduce this. Okay. Just so that it doesn't turn out the beauty of it. Now let's wrap up. Let's go a little bit faster. Okay. So we have a big container here, right? So it's a blue container, but it has some gradient. Now let's go ahead and see how we can create this. First of all, the container has a height of 225, if you can see, like, all right. So 225, then the width is 336. So I don't normally like to fix the width. I like to just use the padding on the left, which in this case is 19. And then here is, I'm going to look at the height. So I'm going to just go ahead and come back to FlutterFlow, click on the column, and then I'll click to add a child to the column. I'm adding a container, all right? And then the container is, let's come over here. The container's height is 225, all right? So I'll say 225 is the height. I'll come here and say 225. Okay, so 225. And then here I'll say this is the width, maximum width. Then I'll say 19 and 19. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying maximum width is because when you're changing screens, like maybe you're using a larger screen, I want it to, expand, all right, to fit the size of the screen. If I fix the width, if you use a larger device, a device with a larger interface, it's not going to expand. All right, now we're going to go ahead and look at the border radius. It says 30, so we'll add a border radius here and say 30. Okay. Now that we have done that, the next thing we need to do quickly is let's go ahead and then bring in some of the things here. So I will go ahead and let's see how we can do this. I will come over here and now we have some things that we need to do here. Yes, we have some things that we need to do here, which is going to be like making sure that all of this works out very well. So let's see. Let's start with the gradient of the container. So I'll click on this main and copy it. Before I do that, let me just hover on it and see it has two colors. Beautiful. So it's a gradient. So I'll come here. This is a container. Scroll down. I'll see a place that says gradient for my container. I'll turn it on. All right. Then I'll paste the color that I just copied. I don't think I copied that color well. So let's come back here and okay, let's see. It should be correct now. It's still the same thing. Okay, so how do we copy that? Let's come over here. All right, I'm just going to scroll out here. So you see the two colors that makes up the background gradients are here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy here. Control C, highlight and copy it. And then I'll come here and paste it. Okay. I'll come here and paste it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and highlight this and copy it as well. Come here to the second color part and paste it. That way I have this particular gradient for me. Then I'm going to add a column inside this container. All right. I know you already guessed it right because we have things that are stacked from top to bottom. So let's quickly do it. So I'm going to go ahead and then just copy this part that says your progress in courses. The font weight and size, I'm taking note of it, 400 by 16. So I'll click on the column now and add a row inside it. And inside the row, I'm going to add a text widget. Okay, and I'm going to paste what I had copied in the text widget. I'm going to come over here and change this to 16. I think that's what I saw. And then I can go ahead and paste this. Now don't forget, I'll click on my column and say anything that is inside it, I want you to bring it to the center. All right. And okay, not that. Let's push it to the top like this. But for this row alone, I'm clicking on the row and say I want it to center align what is in this row. Beautiful. So now this is 400 by 16, correct? Now we're going to do that to this same thing too. So let's come here and just Control D to duplicate that particular row. And then I will come over here to computer science, this part, and just copy it. Okay, so I'm copying that. And then I will go ahead and paste it here in the second row. All right, so paste it. There you go. I think the font size here is smaller. So 400 by 12. Yes, this is it. So it's going to be 400 by 12. And then also we need to consider the padding between these two. So it's 9.56. Let's just say 10. And then this one is 11 from the top. You see, I'm holding down the Alt key on my keyboard just to get this right. So first of all, this is going to be, I'm going to click on the row that contains the computer science, and I'll say 9. And then I'm going to click on this one. Preferably, I'll click on the column and say 11. All right, so now that makes things even better. Now let's go ahead and then put all of these together. Let me zoom in so you can see. So here we have star, and then text, and then some sort of circle, text, circle, and this. So how do we quickly do this? We will do this by adding a row inside the column. So I'll click on this to add a row. Okay, so this is our row. Now inside the row, we're going to add a text. No, not a text, sorry. We're going to add an icon. Okay, things are being stacked from left to right, so that's why I'm putting it inside a row. Okay, so I'm adding an icon. The icon, I'm going to click it to change it to star. All right, so it's star now. So I'm going to choose this particular star. I'll come back here, click on the star to check out the dimension. It's 13 by 13. I'll copy the color of the star, come back to FlutterFlow, and paste it here on the icon color. Okay, and then I'll change this dimension to, let's say, 14. Beautiful. Now I'll click on the row, and then I will add a text. Don't forget, after the star is a text, which is going to be like the rating, I think. Yes. So there's a text here that says 4.5. So I will go ahead. Let's look at the dimension. So it says 700 by 10. Okay. So this is going to be 4.5. And here it's going to be 700 by 10, I think, right? Let's see, to 700 by 10. Yes. Then we have a circle, then we have a text. Let's go ahead and just copy this text first. So I have this. How do we put that circle? Let's click on the circle and just observe the dimension. So it's like 3 pixel as the radius. Oh, sorry. Yeah, radius, diameter. Yes. So I can come over here and say, let me change this to white. Okay. And inside this row now, I'm going to add a container. So I click to add a container inside here. Its dimension, I'll click this to say it's a circle, and then I'll say it's 3. And then now I need to go ahead and give it some padding. So I'm going to hold down the Alt key to see. So it's 5 on the left and 5 on the right. So I'll say 5 here. Then I'll click here and say 5 here as well. And then the next thing I need to do is click on the row, click on add a child to the row, add a text. Okay, text added. And then I will just say Ctrl V to paste it. Now, because I already copied it. So now this is 400 by 10. Okay, so I'll scroll down and say 400 by 10 here. All right, change the color to white. There you go. And then now we still have need for this circle again. So I'll click on it and Ctrl C to copy it. Click on the row, Ctrl V to paste it. Okay, that's just reusing stuff that we did. Then click on this text now. That's the text for by Sarah Adams. Then copy that, click on the row again and paste this. So like that, we have where to put all level. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and click on the text now and say all level. Okay, now we will click on the entire row and center align it by clicking this. Okay, so now it's at the center. we need to go ahead and see to make some padding in between them. So let's add maybe 6 here as a padding. Beautiful. Now the next thing we need to do to just make things go almost perfect is we need to put this bar. Okay, this is one of the most interesting things that we're going to do. So let's click on the column here, click on add a child to the column, and search for something called progress bar. So progress, and you just put on here. So now it's going to show you this circle. Don't worry, we're going to just come here and say we need the progress bar shape to be linear. All right, so that's it. Now we're going to do some manipulation to get it right. Let me click on this green color and just no, let me tap on it again. Where's the green color? Okay, so click on here and see the second color. Now it's not showing me my green color. Okay, so I'm just gonna come over here and copy it. Okay, so I'm copying it from here, Control C, and then now look at it. The width of this thing is this entire stuff is quite long. Let me turn the dev mode off so that I can, I don't know, I wanted to see the width here. So it's like 244, right? Okay, then the height is like 12. So let's come over here and say the width is 244 or 244, yes, and then the height is 12, which is correct. The primary color is this green, right? And then the text, okay, we don't have any text here, right? So we don't have any text, so we can actually go ahead and let me see, can we remove the text? Yes, we can. We just remove this text here, remove it. And then what else do we need to do? Now observe, this whole thing is not, this whole thing is inside a container. So this is a container 244 by 12, right? All right, but the indicator itself is 76 by 9. Okay, so let's come over here and right click on this indicator and wrap it in a let's wrap it in a row. Yes, let me see. Yes, and then let's wrap that row in a container. Perfect. Now that container is going to be 244, right? 244 by 9, no, by 12. Yes, and let's give that container a border radius. Let's give it a border radius. No, not that one, this one. Border radius is like 20. Okay, so it's already here, 20. So we can say border radius 20. There you go. And then the next thing we need to do quickly is we have to go ahead and let me see. Okay, now that's done. Let's click on the progress bar itself and reduce the thickness to 9. Okay, and what else do we need to do here? Okay, I think that's fine. What we now need to do again is let's give it some padding from the left. So we will say, let me see here. If you look at this, there's some sort of padding. If I select this, there's some sort of padding from the left. Well, I can't really tell the dimension there. So let's say 2 pixels from the left, or maybe preferably 4. Okay, so maybe here 4 as well. 4. Okay, then now we have to reduce this to 236 because we've, yeah, so let's say 236. That's just like basic math. We're removing 8 from 244. All right, so now then we have n radius here. So the n radius could just be like what makes it curved. So we have like 40. Let's say 40. Well, will that give us what we need? And voila, it does. So now we have this. You see, we have this, and we can go ahead and click on the main container itself and give it some padding from the top. So if I click on this, if I click on this, no, this one. Okay, this one here. Okay, so I can look at the padding. It says 4. I'll just leave it at 5. Okay, so 5. Okay, now that we have that, we can go ahead and then see what to do. Now I think this is 4 is not really so good, so let's use 2. Yes, let's use 2. Perfect. Now we have this. So you see we've created an indicator. Don't worry, all of this thing will come from the database, like dynamically. Now we need to put the maths and then the same thing and all of that. So let's go ahead and just do some copying and pasting. So let's click on this and copy this row, Control C, click on the column, Control V to paste that. And so here is going to be math 101. Let's turn on this and just copy the text. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this and paste it. There you go. And I'm gonna click on this and say Control C, click on this, click on the column and paste. So we have this again. And then now for this one, I will click on this, click on the main container that contains everything, Control C to copy it, click on the column, Control V to paste it. And then now I'll come over here and then copy the color code of these gradient. So I'm just gonna copy this one. Okay, let's see. I just copy this. Okay, there you go. And then I copied that. So I'll click on the progress bar here and say come to the progress color and paste it. Okay, so now we have this. Now there's something else we need to just quickly do. So this one and this one, they're different values. Okay, no problems. That's just something we will do later when we're doing backend. So the next one is gonna be algorithm. Let's just come over here. No, not that one. Let's copy this, Control C, and click on the column, Control V to paste it. Then let's click on the level, Control C, and click on the column, Control V to paste it. And then what else? Then let's paste the progress bar. Let's click on this, click on the container that contains everything, and say Control C, and then click on the column and Control V. Now like that. So now what we have here, we've given a lot of spaces in between that is way too much, so it doesn't give us a lot of space here at the bottom, right? So what I would advise we could do is let's just alter it a little bit. Let's alter the entire container's height a bit. Let's make these 235, maybe 240 actually. Okay, just to make it a little bit. Yeah, now we have changed it. Okay, so then I need to go ahead and give it some padding from the top. Let me zoom this out. Okay, so well, yeah, maybe just something really small, maybe 7. Yes, so I'll just say 7. There you go. Okay, so we have done like some incredible work, like really incredible work. And so if you just want this to be slightly different, we can now say process value. We can say this one is 0.3. All right, so this one can be, click on this and say this one is 0.7. Yeah, just something like that, you see? Okay, because all of this will come dynamically from the database. Now the next thing we need to do quickly is this part where we need to like complete all of this. All right, so let's go ahead and just set it up immediately. Now let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to do this by let me see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead by just adding a row here and putting a line and then a text and then a line. Let's see. Let's come over here, click on the column. All right, and then we will say let's add a row. Okay, in the row we're going to add a text. No, not a text, we're putting a container. All right, the container is going to save like a line for us. So let me click on this. It's like the width is 20 pixel. Let me just copy the font, the color of the container. So I'm going to say width is 20 pixel. The height is going to be 1. Okay, and then the color is going to be X. All right, so then I'm going to click on the row itself and click this to add a text. All right, so I'm adding a text, and then in the text what I'm going to put is this recommendation. Okay, and then I have to put this other one too. Let's see, spacing in between is 7. Okay, so let's paste this, Ctrl V to paste it. The padding on the left is 7. I think also should be 7 on the right. Okay, so then we can also you know, check the dimension of this. It's 400 by 14, perfect. Then we can come over here to the rectangle, like the line that we did here, the container. I'm trying to see how I can select it, but it keeps running away. So I'm going to click on this here from the widget tree, Ctrl C to copy it, and then click on the row and paste it. So it's inside the row. Okay. Then I will now go ahead and then center align the row, and then go ahead and give it some padding from the top, 16. So from here like this, 16. Okay, so like this now, we have been able to make some reasonable progress with regards to building the dashboard for our online learning application. I didn't want to make the tutorial like seriously long, so we're going to split it into two. All right, so this is going to be the part 1 for the dashboard, and we're going to make another part that's going to be part 2 for the dashboard, and we finish it. All right, I don't want it to be so long. Okay, so we're going to get to see in the next part of this course. See you soon.